Hey there, everybody. Greetings from Portland, Oregon, and it's a sunny day here, and we have had a fantastic week with the First Experience Alpha in the city, hosting pastors and church leaders from across the country here this week. And yeah, just a couple highlights was giving people a walking tour around Portland, where we kind of looked at some of the, not only a few of the touristy sites, but also looked at some of the deeper things. What were some of the underlying strongholds that existed in our city? And the fun response was hearing pastors talk about, boy, I need to get home and look at this from my community and see what does this look like. And we moved from the walking tour to a point way up on the top of the hill nearest Portland, highest point in the city, overlooking that, and inscribed on the ground there, here in Portland, Oregon, of all places, is a little reminder that in 1898, 30 ministers took a 2-hour buggy ride and horse-drawn carriage ride up the hill to this same point, and they're named at Council Crest. And it was 7 years later that the Oregon Journal reported an outbreak of God's movement in our city, and so much so that the businesses shut down at noontime so people could go and pray. Not just noon, like 3 hours. No business, 280 businesses closed their shop doors. And so just giving pastors a chance to kind of have a heart for and a vision for what does their city look like. We then took them to the downstairs of, I think, one of the best Catholic Alpha settings in our city and here in our country, at St. Michael's, and got to host a wonderful 5-course meal for these pastors. And one pastor at the end of the trip said, you know, I'd never had a 5-course meal. When you said 5-course meal, I just felt the Holy Spirit come and be present in that moment. So that was a great time. The next day we got to visit with some pastors, put them in groups, get them thinking about some of the basics about what does listening look like in your congregation, and what is invitation going to look like in your community, and walk them through some of the basics of what Alpha is. Interviewed Pastor Tyler Staten from Bridgetown, got to visit and tour through the Bible Project together, and then finished by going to Alpha at Bridgetown, and then ended with some time of prayer and reflection together. So we had prayed that God would give people an encounter of the Holy Spirit. We'd prayed that God would give people an opportunity to hear from Him. And then we're hoping now that they've been envisioned to go back and to run Alpha in their own communities, and to kind of figure out what are the things that God is doing in their city. So I just want to say thank you from all of us here and the team that helped put that together. We're very grateful for the prayers, and now let's get after seeing more people come to know Jesus this summer. God bless.